Once upon a time, in a bustling city, lived a little ant who was known for his big dreams and even bigger heart. Unlike his colony mates, who were content with their daily tasks of gathering food and caring for the young, the little ant yearned for more. He wanted to see the world beyond their anthill and experience all the wonders he'd heard about from traveling ants. One day, as the little ant was busy planning his next adventure, an urgent message came from the queen. The colony's food stores were running low and they needed more food, especially protein. Rich food like beetles. The little ant didn't want to disappoint the queen.
But the thought of staying inside the anthill while his friends went on adventures filled him with sadness.
As if reading his mind, one of his best friends, Speedy, the ant, came up to him and said, "Cheer up, buddy! You can come with me and some others to collect beetles." The little ant's face lit up with joy. He quickly agreed, and soon they were all marching out of the anthill, ready for their adventure. The sun was shining, the birds were tweeting, and the world was filled with the sweet smell of flowers. As the ants walked through the tall grass,
they chatted excitedly about the delicious meals they would prepare with the beetles they were going to catch.
the little ant couldn't help but feel grateful for his wonderful friends and the exciting day ahead of him. As they approached a patch of land with lots of beetles, the ants got into action. Speedy and the others quickly divided into teams to cover more ground and catch more beetles. Meanwhile, the little ant struggled to stay focused on the task at hand. His mind kept wandering to faraway places, and he found himself daydreaming instead of catching beetles. The other ants noticed his distracted behavior and gently asked him if everything was all right. The little ant hesitated, but then, realizing that his friends were genuinely concerned about him, he opened up to them. He admitted that he was unhappy doing the same things every day and longed to explore the world. Speedy and the other ants listened patiently to the little ant, and when he was done, they all sat in silence for a moment, thinking about what to say. Finally, Speedy spoke up. He told the little ant that he understood how he felt, but that their duty to the colony was important. They couldn't just abandon their responsibilities because the colony relied on them. The little ant felt disappointed and upset, but he knew that Speedy was right. He didn't want to be a burden to his colony mates. So he apologized for his earlier behavior and promised to do his best to catch beetles. The ants continued their work in silence until it was time to head back to the anthill. When they returned, they proudly presented the beetles they had collected to the queen. The queen was pleased with their efforts and thanked them for their hard work. She also noticed the little ant and asked him why he seemed so sad. The little ant, not wanting to cause trouble again, simply replied that he was tired and needed a rest.
The queen, sensing that there might be more to his sadness, decided to give him a small task to keep her eyes on him.
She asked him to sort the collected berries based on their color and size.
The little ant, grateful for the opportunity to contribute and hoping it would cheer him up, diligently began sorting the berries. As he worked, he noticed a young ant struggling to carry a leaf many times its size. Without hesitation, the little ant put down his task and rushed to help. Together, they managed to carry the leaf to the nursery where the other ants were taking care of the young. The little ant noticed that the young ant was one of the new members of the colony and realized that it must have been difficult for him to carry the leaf alone. The little ant asked the young ant if he needed any help with anything else, and the young ant,
Surprised by the little ant's kindness, explained that he was struggling to make friends.
The little ant smiled and suggested that they work together to gather colorful pebbles for the nursery entrance. The young ant happily agreed, and soon they were both collecting pebbles, laughing and chatting as they worked. Before they knew it, they had gathered a beautiful collection of colorful pebbles, and the nursery entrance looked even more welcoming. The other ants noticed their hard work and joined them, making it a team effort. When the queen saw the transformed entrance and heard about the little ant's good deed, she called him and the young ant in front of the entire colony.
She praised the little ant for his outstanding work
and for helping the new ant integrate into the colony.
She also commended the other ants for working together to beautify the nursery entrance.
The little ant blushed at all the attention and quickly thanked the queen for her kind words.
He was truly happy to have made a difference, not only for the colony, but also for himself. From that day on, the little ant continued to do his duties alongside his friends and family. However, whenever he felt a bit bored or unhappy, he remembered the value of kindness and helping others. He also kept in touch with the young ant, becoming one of his closest friends. One day, while working on a new project to improve the colony, the little ant noticed that one of the older ants was struggling to carry a heavy rock. Without hesitation, the little ant dropped what he was doing and rushed to help, just as the older ant had helped him when he was younger. The older ant, touched by the little ant's kindness, smiled and said, "You have grown into a fine young ant."
Little ant, I remember when you were just a little guy with big dreams.
The little ant blushed and replied, "Thank you. I try my best to help anyone in need, just like you helped me." The older ant chuckled and said, "That's the spirit. Helping others is one of the most rewarding things we can do." As they worked together to move the rock, the little ant realized that the older ant was right. Helping others not only made him feel good about himself, but it also made the world a better place. And so, the little ant continued to live his life, helping others whenever he could. He never forgot the valuable lessons he had learned from his experiences and the importance of kindness and compassion. As he grew older, he became known not only for his big dreams and even bigger heart, but also for his willingness to help others, which inspired those around him to do the same. The end.